Hey YouTube, it's GetHim here.
And I'm JesseMC222.
And no one likes you. And we are doing...
Hey!
we are doing 3 videos. One for each of these. First Contact Day, Day of Honor, and Replica Day. Basically, you have 2 days, 11 hours, and 42 minutes as of me making this video, which will be probably about 2 days once I upload it. Give or take maybe like 2 days, 5 hours. I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take to upload a fucking 11 gigabyte video. But anyway, so basically, we're doing the Federation first, then we're doing KDF and ROM. So basically, the Starfleet officers celebrate First Contact Day with the crew of the Enterprise F at Utopia Planitia. Pick up a replica of the Phoenix. This is the Phoenix. I've already done this mission once, therefore I have the Phoenix. Which I will show you at some other time. This is basically, it's in my inventory, you can see it. You also are going to get this the first time you do it every day. You can only get it on one character, but it contains either your choice of 10 Lobi crystals or, you know, 1,440 dilithium or something along those. I think it's 440, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to accept the mission.
Just wait a minute to start it.
I have to read out this anyway. Admiral, the Federation's roots lie in the peaceful contact and cooperation between various species. The first contact of humans and Vulcans opened the door to new cooperation. The Enterprise has always been at the forefront of the Federation's mission of peaceful exploration, but there will be no Enterprise without first contact. I'm inviting you on behalf of Captain Shon to take a tour of the Enterprise F. I recommend you accept this offer. Go to Utopia Planitia shipyard, located in the solar system in the Sirius sector block, and speak with Captain Shon to Enterprise First Contact Day. You'll get a 94 skill points and 82 expertise in one of your choice of the Phoenix or the Mark package, which is 35 of your choice. So I'm going to accept the mission, and I will see if I can allow you into my mission. So, let's see. Where is it?
Go to your mission and then
there
press
it is. Share. It doesn't say that I can only do it with single player, but I'm guessing it's only single player. I mean, because every other one is.
I didn't get an invite if you press share.
I did press share. Share.
Well, I didn't get an
cannot
invite.
be shared. That's why.
Okay. J. Hail. Alright, so we'll just play it alongside each other.
Alright, I'm gonna begin it. And you shush when I say shush. Anyway. The system appears to be much quieter than usual. Captain Utopia Planitia Control has instructed us to join one of the system pickets after you transferred to the Enterprise. I'm a bit envious, sir. She's amazing. I'd love to take a tour sometime. And then the Enterprise is special, but the Narada is home, which obviously the Narada is the ship from the 2009 Star Trek movie where Nero commands this big, huge, gigantic mining vessel. And this ship looks almost exactly like that. So that's why I named it after that. Although the warp core is completely visible and destroyable.
That's good to know next time
Lieutenant
I'm
Cav
fighting
here.
it. What?
The Enterprise is standing by for your transport, sir.
Well, you can't really shoot it because, I mean, the game doesn't...
I'm in character.
Okay. Whatever. Whatever, man. Alright. I'm ready to transport to the Enterprise. Alright, so... basically, I'm not cutting out the loading screen because it takes like 5 seconds to load. So... Sir, Shon has indicated that I messed up. Sir, Captain Shon indicated he would meet you on the bridge of the Enterprise. Narada will remain in the system until you're ready to return. The Enterprise crew is able to speak with you, which I will do, but this is not required for the mission completion. Speak with Captain Shon to advance the mission when you are ready. And I will do this for every single one, so yes, this video is going to take a lot longer than it should take. It should take like 10 minutes, but I'm going to make it last for 20. So... I like to talk to people, because last time I did this mission, I didn't talk to people. So, Vakil Shon.
Welcome to Utopia Planitia.
Now's your time to shut
on
up.
beginning inspection tour, right, when
Yeah.
I'm there? Okay,
But now's your time to shut the fuck up. Shut it.
Do you need something?
Always Enterprise F here.
A lot has happened in the past few weeks.
Should
the
I click
Enterprise
it
needed to be
now?
out of space dock earlier than intended.
Are you there yet?
We've taken care of all that. But
You know...
do you need something?
Yes. I'm already on the fucking ship. Talking to him so that they can hear his voiceover. Okay, so that's why I said shut up, because I'm talking to him, okay? Thank you. Now let's
No
do this
problem.
again. Why is Enterprise F here?
A lot has happened in the past few weeks, and the Enterprise needed to be out of space dock earlier than intended. We've taken care of all that, but we needed to return back to Utopia Planitia to finish work on a few minor systems. It's a fortunate coincidence that we're able to be here for the celebration. Do you need something?
How are things on the Enterprise?
We're a new crew with a new ship. That's led to some issues, but I'm sure we'll be able to overcome them and represent Starfleet in the manner it deserves. I have an excellent senior staff. Some of them served with me on the Belfast. I'm confident we'll be ready to tackle anything. Do
And
you
also,
need something?
if you guys are wondering why you can hear his voice and not like the music and anything, it's because I've turned on everything so that, first of all, you can hear the voice more prominently, and also so that Jesse can hear me, because something's messed up with my computer where whenever sound plays through my computer too loud, he cannot hear me talk, which is annoying. But anyway, back to Shon. Why were you chosen to be the captain of the Enterprise?
You'd have to ask Starfleet Command as to why. I've served in Starfleet for 23 years, most of that time as a tactical officer. I've taught at the Academy, served as a liaison to the Romulans after the destruction of their homeworld, and commanded the USS Belfast. I've been on 3 deep space exploration missions and participated in 14 first contact missions. That may be the resume of an Enterprise captain, but you and I both know there are other people in Starfleet with an even more impressive list of accomplishments. As to why I was chosen? A very wise man told me recently that in this time, the captain of the Enterprise must be a soldier, as well as a diplomat and an explorer. I'm just grateful. Do you need something?
Ah, damn it.
You'd have to ask Starfleet Command as to why. I've served in Starfleet.
Yeah,
that may be the resume of an Enterprise captain, but you and I both know there are other people in Starfleet.
He just
Do you
basically
need
says, I'm
something?
just grateful for the opportunity. What can you tell me about the first contact day?
This is a human holiday, so I may not be the best source of information. First Contact Day honors the first flight of the Phoenix, Earth's first warp vessel, and the first contact between humans and Vulcans on April 5th, 2063. Without Zephram Cochrane and the Phoenix, I don't think Starfleet would be here today. There probably wouldn't be a Federation either.
Is there any other reason you invited me here?
The Enterprise is here for repairs, but the main reason we've returned is to test some prototype weapons. I wasn't in favor of the ruse, but in light of the recent rise in Undine activity, Starfleet is turning its efforts to combating them, and we need to keep these tests secret.
I understand we can't be too careful.
You're right. With agents like Cooper in our midst, well, it's beginning to remind people of the Dominion War. Given that you were with him when the Undine infiltrator made himself known, Admiral Tuvok suggested your experience could be valuable during these trials. I agreed.
Alright, so speak with the con officer to start the tests. You may speak with the other Enterprise officers before the tests begin, but these interactions may not be necessary to complete the mission. I understand. I'll speak with the... Okay. So, I have talked to a few of them, and what I do know is this girl over here, something is messed up with the microphone. Therefore, you get some really weird buzzing noises. I know from that. Either that or my sound was messed up when I talked to her. This person over here, there's nothing wrong with that. And then that is O'Brien's son or grandson or something from the Enterprise series. That person is just... The person with the arrow over their head is just a random person. And then this guy is my favorite, so I'm going to go talk to him first. He is basically Spock. He is the Spock.
Wait.
What?
I just want to say something. I am so used to the Mass Effect 2 controls that every time I go up to a person to talk to them, I keep trying to press space. And I'm like, why am I jumping? Because in Mass Effect 2, you press space to interact with things.
You are a herpaderp.
I've been playing Mass Effect 2 for, like, 2 weeks.
It's so weird because even in Fallout, you press F to interact with stuff, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, so we're talking to Spock clone now, so Jesse, shut up.
Peace and long life. Do you have another question?
What is your role in the Enterprise?
I am the Chief
me when you're ready to
Medical
go.
Officer. Tending to the medical needs of a crew the size and diversity of the Enterprises is not unlike running a small hospital. In addition, my staff and I need to be prepared to deal with any medical issue that may arise during our missions. My first challenge: convincing Captain Shon to report for his compulsory physical. I have found that he is not the only commanding officer who is resistant to taking time for his own health. It is a trait common to captains. Do you have another question?
Tell me about yourself.
When I was at the academy, one of my medical instructors asked me why I chose to pursue medicine rather than a career as a science officer. I explained to him that not only is serving others the greatest achievement that any being can aspire to, compassion for others is inherently logical. After all, Surak teaches us that Vulcans need to master their emotions, not purge them. During my Starfleet career, I have served on 8 starships, 6 of those as Chief Medical Officer. On every ship, there has been at least one patient who has found my bedside manner lacking, and attributed that to my being a Vulcan. They are in error. The Chief Medical Officer of a starship has no time for coddling or bedside banter. Do you have another question?
What can you tell me about First Contact Day?
My people were on a survey mission in the Sol system when they detected the warp signature of the Phoenix. My people's standard policy was not to interfere with species who were not prepared for extraterrestrial contact. Our beliefs influenced what would become Starfleet's prime directive. When the crew of the Taplana Hoth picked up the flight of the Phoenix, however, they sent a shuttle to investigate. It is that event that is marked here today.
Thank you, Commander.
Do you have another question?
No, because I just completed your thing. Anyway, so there is quite a few people on here that you need to talk to. Commander Winters, Lieutenant Cave, Lieutenant Commander Inesi. There's a lot, yeah. Basically, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 9 people, and we just talked to one person. So I mean, you know, and he was probably had the least of all the dialogue. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna be a long video. But anyway, let's talk to the cat lady.
Good day.
She's weird. I just talked to her.
Yeah, I know. Alright, what is your station on the Enterprise?
I am the tactical officer, but I also act as chief of security. It's my job to follow the captain's commands in combat, and to keep my ship and crew safe from harm. It is a duty I take quite seriously. May I help you?
Tell me about yourself, even though I really don't want to know about you.
I was raised in a small agricultural community on Kate. It was nice, if a little dull. I joined Starfleet because it was the most exciting career I could find. Once I got here, though, I found service is more than a thrill. It is an honor to fight for the Federation.
That's great. Alright.
May I help you?
What can you tell me about First Contact Day?
It is a human holiday, but I enjoy the spirit of camaraderie. The Enterprise E defeated the Borg to make this event possible. I am proud to serve on another Enterprise and continue that legacy of excellence. May I help you?
Alright, we finished that person too. That was quick.
Yeah,
is
she
good.
doesn't have much talk.
Alright, so now we're gonna go in a circular formation here. Let's talk to this. I think she's Bajoran. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, Lieutenant Commander Tam Inasi.
Greetings.
Continue.
How may I assist you?
What is your role in the Enterprise?
I am the Chief Science Officer. Captain Shon was my commanding officer on the Belfast. I am grateful he thinks so highly of my abilities that he requested me for the Enterprise crew as well.
Alright.
How may I assist you?
Tell me about yourself.
I was born in an internment camp in Perikian Peninsula, but I remember nothing of the occupation. After the Cardassians left Bajor, my father took a position in the provisional government with the Ministry of Agriculture. I grew up in the capital. Luckily, my parents had the resources to indulge my interest in science. After graduation, I left Bajor. I earned a position at the Vulcan Science Academy, where I earned advanced degrees in physics and exozoology. After that, I moved on to Starfleet. I've always been more comfortable with facts than feelings. In this way, I am different than most Bajorans. It's not that I don't believe in the prophets, but we need to look at them rationally. They are not gods, and we should not treat them as such. I continue to wear my earring to honor my culture and planet. not the alien species that shares our space.
Alrighty, so yeah, she
How
was
may I assist
Bjorn.
you?
I sent you a Skype message. You don't have to look at it right now.
Oh, I did anyway. What can you tell me about First Contact Day?
It is interesting. Humans revere Zephram Cochrane, but if you study the mission logs of the Enterprise E crew and other sources about the man, you will find he was much more complex than history hollows portray. According to the logs, Cochrane didn't create the first warp engine to end war or to usher in a new era for mankind. In truth, he was an alcohol-addicted cynic who used his genius for financial gain. Nevertheless, his invention did change Earth, and with it, the entire galaxy. To me, this shows that even an endeavor launched for the wrong reasons can have extraordinary results. It is as Cochrane himself said, "Don't try to be a great man, just be a man, and let history make its own judgments." How may I assist you?
Alright, so she is Bajorn, I was right, and she is a complete douchebag. Anyway. Continuing, this person has a very bad mic, I think. So,
Well, they talk via vocal cords, Josh. Remember, we're in character here.
yeah, they talk out their vocal cord. Yeah, anyway, by the way, Jesse, my setup isn't set up for TeamSpeak, so I'm gonna have to keep doing this. Maybe next video I will do.
Yeah, that's what I said. Next video.
No, I mean next set of videos I do, because I'm doing 3. This is the first one, so I don't know how to use TeamSpeak with the Fraps yet, and I'll have to research it before I do that.
I meant like when we do the Klingon one.
Yeah, I get that, but I'd have to research it, and I don't want to take up that much time, because, I mean, again, like I said, these are on a time thing, so I'll be able to do it 2 more times if I hurry. You get what I mean? Anyway.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Anyway, talk to Lieutenant Jarrell Kev.
Welcome.
Alright, continue.
I'm here to help.
I'm here to help. See? Annoying-ass voice and a bad mic. Don't go together very well. What do you do on the Enterprise?
I'm Chief of Operations. It's a big job on a ship like the Enterprise, but it's also my responsibility to schedule the use of all the ship's resources, hardware, and systems. Negotiating sensor time for the astrometrics department might not be the most glamorous job, but I like to think that I'm assisting everyone on the ship to do their jobs more efficiently.
Alrighty.
I'm here to help.
Tell me about yourself.
It's funny, most of the rest of the crew say they dreamed about joining Starfleet since they were kids, but when I was growing up, on Beta Z, leaving home wasn't something I really considered. When I was 17, my parents and younger brother died in a shuttle crash. After that, all my silly plans seem so trivial. Life is short. You have to make the most of what time you have. I wanted to help people, so I applied to Starfleet. Those first 6 weeks of the academy were the hardest thing I've ever done. I thought about going home a lot, even packed my bags more than once. But after I got the hang of the routine and made a few friends, things changed. I knew this was where I was supposed to be.
Alright, and
I'm here to help.
This next chat conversation here is where her mic goes to shit. So, what can you tell me about First Contact Day? And you'll also see it. I mean, I'm not gonna have to point it out.
Did you know that the Enterprise E was there too? During the Battle of Sector 001, a Borg ship opened a temporal vortex and launched a probe into the past. The Borg went back in time to 2063 and tried to stop the Phoenix's first flight. Because if that flight didn't happen on April 5th, the Vulcan vessel wouldn't see it, and the first contact between humans and Vulcans wouldn't happen. Luckily, the Enterprise was there too. Of course, if the Enterprise hadn't stopped the Borg, there wouldn't have been first contact. And that means there probably wouldn't have been a Federation, which means there wouldn't have been an Enterprise to stop the Borg. Don't ask me. Temporal mechanics was my worst subject at the Academy.
Don't worry, temporal mechanics is a tough subject. Anyway,
I'm here to help.
So, as you can see, as she said a few words, her mic went to bzz, bzz, you know, every time she'd say a certain word, so it's a good thing that she didn't say that much, I guess. I don't know. Let's talk to Kiriyoshi O'Brien.
Hello.
Hello. What is your station on the Enterprise?
I'm the chief engineer. It's my duty to ensure that every system on board the Enterprise is functioning at top capacity and ready at a moment's notice. I spend most of my time with the warp core, but keeping the captain's replicator running can be just as important. May I help you? I was born on Deep Space Nine shortly before the Dominion War. After the war, my family moved to Earth, where my dad taught at Starfleet Academy. My mother worked all over the quadrant, though, so I ended up spending a lot of time in interesting forests and jungles on places like Bajor, Alpha Centauri, and even Cardassia Prime. My interests have always been in engineering, though. I'm a bit like my dad in that regard. A lot of my time in Starfleet has been working in a shipyard or in a research facility. When the opportunity to join the Enterprise came up, I could hardly believe my luck. My father always spoke well of his time on the Enterprise D. I knew that serving on the flagship would be a great experience with a lot of challenges. It's been an honor serving here with Captain Shon and the rest of the crew.
Alright.
May I help you?
What can you tell me about First Contact Day?
Maybe it's the engineer in me talking, but First Contact Day has always represented how a little innovation can have huge positive effects. The Phoenix was an amazing craft, not just because of what it did, but because of how it was created. Cochrane didn't have much to work with, but he made the plan in his head a reality, and the Phoenix flew. I guess I took away the idea that I should keep trying, keep improving, and keep tinkering, because you never know how important what you're working on might be in the future.
Alright, and
May I help
because
you?
this guy was sort of, he's related to the TNG, he's gonna have this extra one that says, "Do you know Ambassador Worf?" So
I do. Ambassador Worf has been a friend of my family since my parents were on the Enterprise D. It's a bit of a long story, but he even delivered my older sister, Molly. That's the most difficult part of this conflict for me. I know my duty, but I don't hate anyone in the Empire. I might not agree with them, but Klingons like Ambassador Worf have shown me how honorable they can be.
alright, so
May
we're
I
done with
help you?
him. And I think we only have 2 more people left, and then I can finally actually be done with this. Which is nice, because, I mean, this video is going to be like an hour long by the time I'm done. And that's probably not good for my external hard drive. Anyway, talk to Commander Winters.
Welcome to the Enterprise F.
Alright, I've never talked to this guy before, so... Commander Winters, question mark.
It's great to see you again so soon. Thanks again for allowing me to accompany you to the Gamma Quadrant. Something I won't soon forget. In fact, I wasn't sure we were getting out of that in one piece. May I help you?
What's your station on the Enterprise?
I'm the first officer. My time at Earth Space Dock gave me a lot of experience in organization and the utilization of resources, as well as how to deal with a lot of very different personalities. I went to ESD with the intention of getting the experience I needed to command my own ship. But when Captain Shon asked me to serve on the Enterprise, I knew that I had to accept. Since the Odyssey-class ships are the largest ever built by Starfleet, we'll have one of the biggest crews, too. It's going to be a tough job keeping everything running smoothly, but it's an honor serving with every single person on the ship. May I help you?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm 4th generation Starfleet, so I feel more at home on a ship than planetside. There are a lot of expectations that come when your parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents all served, but I never wanted to be anywhere else. After the Academy, I served as an engineering officer here at Utopia Planitia and Deep Space 6. Later, I shipped out for tours of duty on the Tucker and the Montgomery Scott.
Which is funny. I'm going to point that out. The Tucker and Montgomery Scott. Tucker is a engineer in the Enterprise, the chief engineer in the Enterprise series, and Montgomery Scott is obviously in TOS. I mean, who doesn't know that? But I mean, that's kind of funny that the name shipped after them. Anyway.
After switching to command, I served as an aide to Admiral Quinn at Earth Space Dock. I learned a lot from the Admiral, but the opportunity to serve on the Federation's flagship was simply too good to pass up. I know that having family in Starfleet gives me contacts that not every officer has, but I've earned every position I've ever had, including this one. May I help you?
And then, can you tell me about First Contact Day?
I'll be
The
right back.
Phoenix was an amazing creation. Zephram Cochrane built her out of an old nuclear missile. He and his partner Lily Sloan scrounged for months to find the materials they needed. This was only a few years after Earth's Third World War. Most of the planet was devastated. To build something like this, literally out of the ashes, with no governmental support, Cochrane must have been a man of vision. May I help you?
Alright, so, the last person. Phillips Mathis.
Good day.
What is your station in the Enterprise?
I am the ship's counselor. Serving in Starfleet can be stressful in the best of times. In these times of conflict, there is an even greater need for people who can help officers and crewmen make sense of what they're seeing and experiencing. No matter the level of stress or the source, my office is open to anyone who feels they need some help working through whatever difficulties they might be facing. Admiral Crusher knows firsthand how stressful and difficult service on the Federation's flagship can be. When she offered me the opportunity to help some of Starfleet's very best, I couldn't resist. May I help you?
Alright, tell me about yourself.
I was posted to Deep Space Nine after Ezri Dax left to command the
I'm back.
Albertine. After a few years there, I left Deep Space Nine to take a posting on the Fletcher, and then later transitioned to Earth, where I worked as a counselor at Starfleet Medical.
Continue.
Serving on the
Hungry.
flagship in a time of war is difficult for everyone on the crew, but I feel that my skills and expertise will be a benefit. As Sovol ensures their bodies are in good health and fit for duty, so it is my duty to ensure their minds are similarly cared for and fit for duty. May I help you?
And then the last one, what can you tell me about First Contact Day? And this is the last person I have to talk to. Thank God.
When I was very young, First Contact Day was an excuse to take a day off and have some fun. When I grew older, and perhaps a bit wiser, I realized I might not exist if the Phoenix hadn't made her flight at exactly the right time. I'm human, but my great-grandmother was a Vulcan. My husband is Bajoran. All the connections we've made with other species, they have changed humanity, made us grow in new directions. Without First Contact, we wouldn't be who we are.
And actually, she makes a good point
May I
that
help you?
if First Contact never happened, then probably none of these people would exist. Because, I mean, when you have people like Spock, who's half Vulcan, half human, I mean, that wouldn't happen. So, it's a good thing that happened. Anyway, we are done, and all we have to do now is speak to this.
Well, she said that she wouldn't exist because her great-grandmother was Vulcan.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, still, I'm saying at the same time, like, for everyone, like, I mean, imagine a world without Spock. Like, Star Trek without Spock, come on.
That would not be as good of a show as it is, but it'd still be pretty good.
Yeah, I know, but still. Anyway, so, we're done.
I have the coordinates for
Take
the
us
test
out.
run. We are ready to begin when you are.
I've actually been sitting in the captain's chair, and now it just sat me down into the captain's chair.
I know, it's funny.
I've been sitting in the captain's chair waiting for you. Because I don't listen to the voiceover. I was reading the thing.
Yeah, I have to sit there and listen to it.
Starfleet has authorized the testing of these weapons on some disabled Undine bioships. We don't have many of these at our disposal, but this will be the next best thing to a live fire exercise against fully functional targets. You have significant combat experience, and I welcome your insights. Take command for the tests. I will observe the tactical data as it comes in.
Cool. Alright. So, the thing that I was going to mention before, look at this now. Instead of saying USS Enterprise, NCC-1701F, it says USS Odyssey, NCC-1701F. So, I think that's a funny glitch, or, it's a funny glitch. I think that's really cool. But anyway, I'm not flying the Enterprise, I'm flying the Odyssey with the registration number of the Enterprise. It's a fake. But now we get to destroy ships. Another thing that's cool about this mission is the fact that you actually get to fly the Enterprise. I mean, that's, or the Odyssey, rather, and that's a pretty big thing. And basically what you're supposed to be trying out is these torpedoes, but as you can see, I'm not getting in range, the right range to do that.
Well done. Head for the second group. Kiona and I will make some adjustments.
I'm flying around the ship.
Use the enhanced biomolecular photon.
Shut up. I don't need your input. Anyway, yeah. So, what do you think of the Odyssey, Jesse?
I think it's cool.
Alright, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop real quick. I'm going to stop real quick, and I'm going to separate the saucer section. And I'm going to let that fly off, because this next battle, I mean, even though it won't be too hard, but it's still going to be pretty damn hard, so...
Undine!
There we go. the Undine
Perhaps
show
they
up.
knew we were firing on Undine
That's
ships.
awesome. I just upgraded the Falcon section.
That, or they found out about the weapons test.
That's so cool.
Target's shields have failed.
Now I have the Josh, it doesn't just fly off, it follows you, it fights for you.
Oh, yeah, I know. It doesn't follow you when
Don't worry, we've got you covered.
it doesn't stay with you once it starts battling though. It goes and flies up and does its own thing. That's what I meant to, you know. I'm gonna send out the work bees because my ship is starting to go down in health. I'm also gonna use a miracle worker real quick.
Left shields failing.
And engineer.
You can just
Hull
you
integrity
can
below
unselect it and
50%.
then it'll reconnect. You just click it again and it'll reconnect the first part of the ship.
Yeah, I know. And then you can use the other little tiny ship that's on the back of it too, where the bay would be, which is cool.
work
Does
bees?
it? The what? The what?
The work bees?
No, there's
the
two
Aquarius section.
ships. You can detach the sauce section, which is a ship in its own. Then you can
That
have.
was unexpected.
Okay, never
However,
mind. Voiceover.
we've proven these weapons are more effective against the Undine than what we had previously. And with the data from this battle, we can work to improve them even more. Admiral Tuvok warned us the Undine would be taking more aggressive action. He was right. I'll take the Enterprise directly to Earth space dock to alert Starfleet Command. I don't want to risk transmitting this report via subspace.
Understood, Captain. I'll return to my ship. And then I'm gonna not now because I want to show you this other ship. When you put the sus section back, you get another option that pops up. And this ship in the back here, as you can see, there where the shuttle bay would usually be on most other ships, that thing can detach, and then it'll have wings that pop out, and that thing will also fly around. Yeah, see the wings pop out there, and it'll also fly around and destroy things too. And I really want to buy the Odyssey. I mean, there's a lot of ships that I want to buy. The Odyssey is definitely on the top of my list, though, along with the Dreadnoughts, the Galaxy ship pack, and definitely the science vessels. Because
Oh, Josh, by the way, the Klingons don't have a dreadnought. They have the Bortescu class.
yeah, which is pretty much a Dreadnought. I mean, look at that thing.
It is, but they just don't call it a dreadnought. So.
Yeah, I know. They have the Galaxy Dreadnought, and they have the two-way or Dreadnought or whatever. They don't call them scimitars. They call them Dreadnoughts, by the way, if people are wondering. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
they call
this is
One is a scimitar dreadnought.
That was unexpected.
all right.
Sorry
I'm
for
going
talking loud.
to.
I can't hear myself. My game volume's too loud. Let me turn it down.
I'm gonna transport, and then we are going to finish off this video, which is gonna probably be like an hour long. I'm guessing, maybe more. It's probably gonna take up like 100 gigs. Watch it. All right. I don't know why it wants me to continue something, but I've already finished the mission. So anyway, now I can read this, and then we'll be done. This is worrying. Very few people knew the weapons development program. Between this, Admiral Tuvok's warning, and the events of the Jenolan Spear, the Undine appear to be a greater threat than they ever were. It's a good thing we started research on the anti-Undine weaponry, or Undine weaponry. But it looks like more resources should be devoted to that area soon. And you can get another Phoenix, oddly enough, but I don't want two of them, so I'm just going to collect the Mark package, multiple choice, collect reward. And then I have to wait another 30 minutes, no, wait, another almost whole day before I can do it again. And I also got that package again. So if I go into here, I'm going to choose... How much dilithium do I have? Quite a bit of dilithium. I don't need any more dilithium.
I just spilled soda on my shirt.
Nice. I'm going to get the...
This is a nice shirt, too.
How many Lobby crystals do I have? I have 210 Lobby crystals. I don't know. I'm just going to keep these then, because I don't have any use for them right now. Yeah, I'll keep all of these right now. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Let me just warp out here so I can show you a better ship.
Wait, are we doing all the ships in one video? I mean, all the things in one video?
Nope, 3 separate videos.
Okay.
This is just a really long one so that I could explain everything to them, and I'm gonna guess in the next videos that you've watched this video. So when that happens, anyway, so I'm gonna put
Put them into a playlist with this one first.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a playlist in. I know. I can upload 3 videos at the same time and put them all in the playlist. You know that, right?
I did not.
Okay. So anyway, so now you can see this little Phoenix ship over here, and I'm gonna try to teleport. I mean, go away here a little bit from Earth's space dock or the Sol system.
Before you start the next video, I want to change my shirt.
That's fine. I'm not gonna start the next video for a couple minutes anyway. So I'm gonna take a break because my feet hurt from
And
sitting in this
my shirt
position.
is wet.
Sitting cross-legged on a bed making a video is not the best thing to do. Just a recommendation for you guys. So anyway, there's
Your desk is like piled up with shit, or is it actually clean?
Oh, it's clean. It's just I don't like to do things on my desk.
Well,
I don't like.
use your desk.
You see, Jesse, I don't like sitting in a chair. I'm very uncomfortable when I play video games on my Xbox. But anyway, so here you go. That is a view of the Phoenix. A pretty nice model, I gotta admit. And the warp core, the nacelles look amazing. And definitely true to the TOS series too. So anyway, this is Gaddyman signing off.
Bye.